Hello everybody, this is Stephen Birch with our beautiful backpacking guitar. And if you want to learn about the backpacking guitar, you can just look on the website down there that says birchmusic.com. Find that and then click on, when you go to birchmusic.com, click on the backpacking guitar button and you can learn everything you want to know about the backpacking guitar and so forth. Now today we're going to learn the song, how to play the song Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. And it's a pretty interesting song because it changes keys with every verse. And so it's a little bit interesting that way. And this is also a pretty easy song to play because all of the chords are major chords. There are no minor chords in this song at all. And as of course you know with the backpacking guitar, if you've seen the other videos, that the guitar is tuned to an open chord, to a C chord. And so all you need to do to play any chord, any major chord, is just your first finger, just one finger. So let's get started. Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. All right. And we're going to start with the D chord. I keep close, and the D chord is the second fret. The second fret. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. And when you go to the word mine, go to the G chord, which is the seventh fret. The seventh fret. Mine. And then back to the D chord, second fret. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. Okay, now we're going to go to the C chord, which is open. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. And then the G chord again, seventh fret, because you're mine. And then out to the D chord, second fret, mine. I'll walk the line. Okay, good, that's the first verse. Now there's no chorus, it just goes from one verse to the next. So at the end of that, we're going to go to the C chord. And then that C chord sets up the key change. Now we're going to go, instead of the D chord, I keep a close watch, we're going to go to the second verse, and it's going to, but I find it very, so we're going to go to the G chord now. Very easy to be true. And to the C chord for the word true. I find myself alone when each day is through. So the G chord to the C chord. Now we're going to go to the F chord. Yes, I'll admit. F chord is admit. And F chord is the fifth fret. Admit that I'm a fool for you. Back to the C chord. Open C chord for you. And then because you're mine. Mine. Now, because you're mine. I don't have a real low voice like Johnny Cash does, so just forgive me for my bad singing here. Because you're mine. And the word mine is G. I'll cross the line. Back to the C chord now. So that's the second verse. Okay, now the third verse, we're going to play the F chord before the third verse. As sure as night. Now in the third verse, the word night is going to be a C chord. So we change keys again. As far as night is dark and day is light. So for light, we're going to go to the F chord again, the fifth fret. I keep you on my mind. So that's the C chord, on my mind both day and night, the F chord. Back to the fifth fret for the F chord. And happiness. Now, for this one, we're going to go to the B flat chord, which is the 10th fret. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. And back to the F chord for the fifth fret. Back to the fifth fret for the F chord. On the word right, that it's right. Because you're mine. And we'll go to the C chord on mine, because you're mine. I'll walk the line. And then after that, walk the line on the F chord. I'll walk the line, fifth fret F chord. And then play the C chord again to set up the next verse, which is changing keys again. So play the C chord at the end of that. And then you've got a way. Now we're going to go back to that, to the G major key here, and that's going to be the G chord, seventh fret. You've got a way to keep me on your side. On the word side, we go to C. You You give me cause for love. G now, the 7th fret. Cause for love that I can't hide. Back to the C chord for hide. And then to the F chord. For I know I'd even try. So that's the F chord, 5th fret. No, I'd even try to turn the tide. And tide is the C chord, open. And then down to that low one, because you're mine. G chord, I'll walk the line. And back on the word line, back to the C chord now. So, because you're mine. G chord, I'll walk the line. And then play the G chord at the end of that, 7th fret, to set up the last verse, which is the same as the first verse. The last verse, I keep a close, there we go, D chord, 7th, 2nd fret, close watch on this heart of mine. Just like the first verse, G chord. I keep my eyes, D for 2nd fret, eyes wide open all the time. G chord, 7th fret. I keep the ends open C chord, ends out for the tie that binds. G chord, 7th fret on the word binds, because you're mine. 2nd fret, D chord, because you're mine. I'll walk the line, back to the G chord, and you can repeat that last phrase, because you're mine. I'll walk the line. And that's the song. It's a pretty easy song. It's a pretty cool song. Johnny Cash, of course, a great country artist, did many songs. Well, that's the song. I sure hope you have a nice time out there backpacking, and I'll see you on the trail sometime. This is Stephen Birch, and I'll see you next time.